Hi, Corrie Thorne, the spiritual healer, coming in to do the weekly vlog. I am finding myself in an energy and a time of, do I even want to go live? Do I want to record? Do I want to give out the channel messages that are being downloaded through? And so as I receive this, I ask for divine intervention to be sure that nothing of my own ego self or nothing of my human self interferes in the messages that are coming through. Because what I'm experiencing, what I'm seeing is that I just hear a lot of information and I just keep hearing these guides say, that's not all true. That's watered down. That's having this like liquid formation of ego and wanting a certain desired outcome coming through in the messages because they are coming through the mouths of humans. And so what I'm picking up and what I'm getting, and I want to speak this in the most inspiring way from channel and not ever allowing myself to become a part of the message, because the message is also for me as much as it is for you. So what I'm picking up with this message is a sense of our desires and needs to receive and get our needs met within this world, within relationships, within this time, brings us into an energy of feeling as if we are desperate. We're desperately seeking and searching for something more. We're desperately wanting more from society, and we're afraid of the lack of. And so we have this sense of there is a real reality, especially I know in Canada right now, there's a lot of shutdowns again. And there's just this sense that there is a lot of lack of, like, we're being deprived and we're being kind of closed off. And we are, in a way. The energy that's coming through is the sense of we're being cut from source. It's like they're trying to choke off all connections to being able to receive the messages in a way of knowing that there is another way to look at things, and that we have to be willing to look beyond that light that's shining at you, that sense of, I keep calling it the imposter light, but there's also this essence of this, is that what's lighting up right now and what's getting your attention and what we're bringing attention to is not all that there is, and there's something more. And if you're willing to look beyond the light, if you're willing to look beyond what is lighting up right now, and you see beyond that, I feel like there's this sense of not being restricted, not being confined, not being closed. Everybody is like, not everybody, but it just feels as if the world has a whole lot of the trauma response of fight or flight brain happening right now. And we're seeing some of the most uh, influential people be affected by by this virus energy that's on the go. And I don't mean just the coronavirus. I mean the virus of fear, the virus of afraid of being left out, or what if I'm wrong, or what if I'm wrong, but what if I'm right? It's like that sense of what if. There's a lot of what ifs and shoulda, coulda, woulda energy, which leads me to believe that we have a lot of the power of something more that's kind of taking over here. And it all came from a desire, and there's a desire and a passion to get what we want. And it's not always what we need, but to get what we want. And when we feel as if, when ego gets infused, it brings down empires, it brings down the sense of ourselves. And so I am picking up that energy of the ego self is stepping in very big right now, and to be very much aware, catching ourselves in the moment of allowing ego and our desires to get our needs met, or that I want to see the world this way. I want things to be this way. I want to make sure that the US elections go this way. I want. And the more that I can use my voice to kind of instill or to be a part of this conversation, the more that I can maybe bring about the change that I want to see. This is where we have to be very aware of what I want, instead of allowing the world that is meant to be to unfold with faith in a process of allowing, because it is the sense of the cause and effect, and the anger and the drive, and that whole sense of, and I was just writing for my students for More Than Existing tonight, and I was writing the motive to stay running on these basic instincts of predator, of martyr, of being the hero, of being the victim, those places of those archetypes that we really truly step in when we're running on that basic instinct of fear. It's like, I'm going to hunt you down before you get to me. I'm going to take you down before you get to me. I'm going to ruin you first, and I'm going to do this to you, and I'm going to do that. There's a lot of that energy there, but I'm going to get into your head before anyone else gets in your head. And that is what I call the Jezebel-y energy. That is what I call that. It's like when people talk about there being this demon energy, or this is negative energy. That's what it is. It's that how fear takes the most beautiful people and turns them and brings out the ugliest of them. And we're seeing that right now in such a big way. And it's so the message of the week is to be very in check with your ego and where you are running from. Is it on that basic instinct of survival, or is the survival or fight or flight brain? Is it truly coming from a sense of knowing that if we sit within, trusting the intuition, trusting the heart center of just saying, no, I truly believe myself to be safe. And if I speak from a voice that is inspiring instead of one that's going to be an influence to getting my way, to getting what I want, it's that's, if I can be that voice in the end, I know I will still be of service to my soul self. I would have been of service to the divine, and I'd be of service to everything that is inspiring within me. So is it about numbers? It is about who we get to our side. Is it about where are you coming? It's, is it about being the center of a family dynamics, a family drama, to winning a family fight? You take that story and you implement it in your relationships that are all through your life, that are all within your life right now. And you say, what is that desperation, or where is this desperation coming in, and what is that desire, and where am I operating from on that desire? Is it a desire that's one of faith, or one of fear? Because desire that's passion can be passionate, but passionate towards fear, passionate towards darkness, passionate towards what? Or is it passion towards love, towards light? And the most loving of loving energy does not manipulate. And you have to remember that. The most loving of loving energy does not manipulate. It does not come into your face and say, you have to do this. You need to do this. You need to be that. That most loving energy would come in and ask of you, how does that feel for you? What is your thoughts on this? How does that resonate with you? How does that sit within your heart? And when we come from that place, we truly are then allowing someone else to be able to be truly honest to themselves, and love will be the most epic event that will happen. And I am channeling through huge eruptions I see a volcano, and I keep saying volcano to me feels like it's that God conscious energy. Is like when the world has had enough. And I don't mean the humans, I mean the universe, the whole energy that is here, that is greater than us, that we truly believe as a human race that we are more powerful than anything, or we have that ability to be more than. And it's like that is the desperation and desire to be more than, that's really holding us tight and holding us hostage to what is to really come if we allow it to unfold, if we allow life to come to life. So that motive to stay running on that basic instinct when all is said and done, and we all have to calm down, and we all have to rest and breathe and go, was I true to me? And so knowing that there is a lot of ego, a lot of fear, a lot of infusion of energy that's being incorporated into some of the works really truly is a lesson. And it's one of great change, and one of great fear, that all that have the power, that have an ability to use the power from a place of love and light, is taking the power as if it's a personal thing to use. And that scares me. And that fear, that brings forth not scares me in the way of I'm now afraid. It scares me in the way of if an imposter light can enter into some of the most divine, holy places, how much longer before us as the human race will not be allowed to be given the information to help to breed the change? And that's big for me, is that it's like being a kid who's given responsibility. You're only going to be given responsibility till you show yourself to be irresponsible with it, and then that gets taken away. And so sometimes those moments of thinking that I have this forever and I have this ability and I can do this and I can do that, is that that can be taken away as quickly as it can be given. And so knowing that that from where we operate as a human, and being the best human that we can be, is at the utmost importance to us right now. What are we doing to be good, kind human beings? And are we operating from the motive to manipulate or to get our own way? Or are we operating from a place of forward thinking? What else is possible? What's beyond the light? What's beyond what is being lit up? What is beyond who we are trying to be right now? And who will we be when all is said and done? When we rise from the storm, what is left standing and who is left standing? And I truly hope that during this process, that, you know, this cause and effect, this action to get a reaction, that we're seeing within the world, and we're seeing within those who want to be seen and have a desire to be seen and a desire to be needed, all of that senses that want, that light is not inspiring the most beautiful of minds, and that the most beautiful of minds and hearts is truly being able to stay in that we're not here to be a hero. We're not here to be a victim. We're not here to be a martyr. We're here to be a guide. And when you allow yourself to truly just be a guide, you have no motive other than love. And when you have love, you have everything. When you have love, you have compassion, you have kindness. And this is the big thing. Hold on to hope. Change from being an influencer to being an inspiration of love, faith, and hope. And truly inspire those who are within your family, within your circle, not to be of one of faith, but to see beyond, to see beyond, to see the spirit, to see the life that every human out there has, that soul, spirit, essence, and what everyone is fighting for, that desire, that why. When your urgent why is infused by the conditioning of the past or the conditioning of another, and you're urgently fighting for something that is no longer alive, but is kept alive by fear stories, your urgent why becomes an urgent desperation. When you make your why truly about what will inspire me to be the best that I can be, life will change. Life will change. And this week, that is what I inspire you, is to look at your why, to look at your actions and reactions, your behaviors, your responses, your motives, the manipulation, the fear, and then look at the faith. Look at what you have been doing right, and look at where you can inspire instead of being that influencer. Be an inspiration of light and love, faith and hope, and allow your heart to soften, and allow you to hop from the brain, from the mind into the heart. And what is my true needs? What is it that I'm really seeking? And from there, watch and see how life will truly guide us through. Will truly guide us through. Stay looking beyond. the light that everyone so desperately wants. Climbing to the top of the ladder, climbing to the top of the hierarchy, being a number one. All of those things, that race, that desire to get to the end, to win the race, to be that one. What if there is so much more? What if there is so much more? Because at the end, there's only one thing, an ending. And our fear of endings keeps us from living very much alive, as my book says. We are here to more than just exist. Be brave and courageous to sit into your heart today, this week, and look at the places where you're being influenced by fear and not of faith. And then turn and gain a new perspective and look into the eyes of inspiration and what inspiration really truly looks like. Be inspired by love. Be inspired by hope. Be inspired by faith, so that we can stop choking off that beautiful divine energy of love that is trying to get in to light us up, to light up our world again, so that we can use our dedication to self to truly be able to use our own free will choice. I will decide. I will decide. Your life is yours to decide. And I wish you all nothing but love and light. And to never, ever lose your faith in you and the power that sits within here. And that you have the most powerful two gifts to be able to create your life and to use your free will to have the choice to choose. Much, much love. Have a good week.